Hey guys, it's me, Captain Norseman. I'm here with some Aholes of the Galaxy members, and also we have actually two of the members that are actually quite new to the Aholes of the Galaxy roster, pretty much. And we have Bayer the Movie Nerd, and also Agent of Hydra, pretty much. And also we also have a regular member who's always on here, is Ellis, aka Elshamelse, pretty much. Now we're gonna get to the video, pretty much, of what this is all about. Dwayne The Rock Johnson came out lately in an interview and teased pretty much about Black Adam being involved somehow in the Justice League movie, the first one in 2017, Justice League Part 1. And he said pretty much, so he was pretty much hinting that Black Adam will have a possible involvement. So does that mean he's going to be the first Justice League villain? Now, I'm going to say my thoughts before the rest of the boys go, pretty much. For me, it's kind of weird if we actually were to see Black Adam before, we get to the actual Shazam movie, because obviously Black Adam and Shazam are always together all the time. And the thing is, as we know, we've been hearing about how Black Adam is going to have more of an anti-hero approach and all this crap and everything. So, I don't know. I think for me, for the first Justice League movie and number 2 as well, it should basically be someone like Brainiac and, I don't know, somebody else like Trigon and stuff like that and everything, and whoever else. And then Darkseid for the third Justice League movie. Black Adam, for me, shouldn't really be a Justice League villain, but, there were hints by The Rock, because The Rock, after he was one of the people that mainly confirmed Shazam was set in the DC Cinematic Universe, he actually said how Black Adam will cross over with the likes of Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and all the rest of them. So, and I think that this is potentially one of the reasons, even though I don't really see it happening, this is one of the reasons maybe why The Rock was actually casted about 4 years, pretty much before the Shazam movie even comes out. So, potentially that could be one of the reasons. For me, I don't know, I would rather go with someone like Brainiac. Someone like Brainiac or something like that for the first one instead of him. Because the thing about Black Adam, he's kind of like a one-man army type thing, so it'd be kind of boring if you just see the whole Justice League team just fight one guy the whole bloody time. Even though, Black Adam's kind of like a god and everything, and he's awesome. But, I don't know, I think for me, he should just stay in the Shazam movies. If anyone's going to come from the Shazam movies into the Justice League movies, it should be Shazam himself. So, yeah. Okay, Ellis, you can say your thoughts on, what you pretty much think of, what do you think of this? If Black Adam is the villain of Justice League 1?
Well, I actually don't mind the idea. I like the vibe that it's kind of giving with like Loki and Thor. They are main like antagonists to each other, and then they come into something bigger with the Avengers, like that kind of vibe. I don't mind that happening. But then, as you said, Justice League 1 is a Part 1 and Part 2 movie, and it will eventually just get boring if we see Black Adam fighting them the whole time. So I'm not too sure about it. I do like the vibe that it's given off, but I'm not that sure, to be honest.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Bayer the Movie Nerd, what do you think of this thing?
Well, I was actually watching an interview with Dwayne Johnson being the Black Adam, and it sounded more like Dwayne actually wanted him to join the Justice League, which I think would be stupid. But I'm pretty sure, if anything, he would be a villain, and he's definitely strong, but it's really weird to see Black Adam before Shazam. I mean, why not just introduce him in Shazam first? And the whole Justice League, in my opinion, could probably take down Black Adam pretty easily, because you have Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman, just a whole bunch of guys. So for me, it's kind of weird, but I don't know if maybe he's hinting at maybe Black Adam joining like an evil organization to take down the Justice League. That's the only thing I could think of. But in terms of him being a villain, just him, maybe not. I'd agree with you. Maybe Brainiac, or you could have Trigon, or just someone else. So.
Yeah, someone with an army or something like that. Someone who's a more major threat. Okay. Before we get to welcome Comics Defender, by the way, into the live show. But he'll get his thoughts in a minute. But obviously, Agent of Hydra. We're gonna come to you now, and guys, Agent of Hydra is a massive fan of villains. So with him, when he's gonna give his thoughts, he can give his thoughts about about what he thinks about if Black Adam's going to be villain of Justice League and stuff like that, what he thinks about it. But also at the same time, he can give you a little bit of info on Black Adam himself. Don't go too much in detail, Agent of Hydra, but, pretty much just say some things for people that don't really know about him. So there you go. You can talk now.
Okay, well, first of all, I'm a big fan of Dwayne Johnson, and Black Adam, well, like you said, Black Adam has been announced at least 4 years, well, 5 years actually, before Shazam actually hits the theater. So I think they want to milk it because Dwayne Johnson is a really successful actor. He is really successful, and he can definitely gain in a lot of support and a lot of money. He can bring it in. As for him being the villain of the Justice League movie, maybe not the main villain. I could sort of see him as a secondary antagonist, maybe a tertiary antagonist. That's the third main antagonist of the movie. In case for him being the main antagonist, I would kind of see it as a Loki situation because, like Loki, he is kind of like from the magical and mystical department, sort of, if you can look at it that way. But I can see him as a villain. Maybe not the main villain, but he could always appear. Maybe have a cameo or something. I think that's more likely the case to happen. Black Adam is a big villain, and why would they announce Dwayne Johnson at least 5 years in advance? Of course, to milk it, to milk the fame and support that Johnson will get, because he is an amazing actor. And he's a great personality also, so I think they will milk him with the success, like announcing him a few years. And maybe to milk the success, they make him appear in, well, a movie like Justice League, which is most likely the case. Because when they put him in Justice League, even if it's just a cameo, people will go massively crazy and happy about it. And they will support it, and of course bring in more money.
Yeah, basically. I get what you mean. Continue.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to continue. Well, furthermore, I think, yes, Black Adam can definitely appear, and Johnson wouldn't say something like this if there were not some degree to truth about it. I don't think he is trolling us or anything, but seeing him as the main villain is kind of an unlikely scenario. Like you said, Captain Awesome, I think Brainiac is more of the likes. Trigon, not so much, but yeah, but if they do Black Adam, they can do Trigon too. But yeah, I think Brainiac is still the more likely choice. Or maybe the Crime Syndicate, Injustice League, Vandal Savage, maybe some Lex Luthor villain team up. But Black Adam can certainly appear. That's what I'm going in. I think he can appear, but I don't think he'd be the main villain. Secondary villain, probably. Maybe just a cameo. I think that's a more likely scenario than him being the main villain. That he will still appear, but not as the villain, as the main one.
Okay. You know what? One thing I will say, just and on your point, Adrian Hydra, thank you for muting yourself. One thing I will say, I like how you pointed out it also could potentially mean a camo right at the end of the movie. Because look, Shazam will happen right in the same year, but right before Justice League 2 happens, and that could mean where Shazam joins the roster, but also somehow Black Adam could be involved in the sequel. Now, that could be cool. I don't mind a camo in Justice League 1. Him as the villain, the main villain, I don't know about that, pretty much, You know, exactly. So, as we will basically get to it now, Comics Defended, now you can do your thoughts. What do you reckon about if Black Adam's the main villain for the first Justice League movie in 2017?
I like a slow build for DC to actually use him. I can see with The Rock's personality that he could actually pull off somewhat of what Tom Hiddleston did and actually handle the whole thing himself. I think it would be great for DC to actually take a magic approach to dealing with more so than what Loki did, because Loki has that same similar type of ability, but Loki used the gems more than he did anything else. I would love to see if The Rock or Black Adam would actually go crazy with more magic and more power, almost like what happened in The Man of Steel with General Zod, with a little more magic element to it. But I gotta say that I'm not totally convinced that The Rock is Black Adam myself. I think he might actually be Shazam, because everything in his career presented him as being that type of person, that big kid. He looks the role, he acts the role. He might be just throwing us a curveball. But if he were to be Black Adam and the main villain and the first villain for everybody to fight, I think it'd be phenomenal. And it's, besides, he stands above everybody anyway, and it'd be a great thing to see.
Alright, cool. Basically. Alright. Well, okay. Well, basically, as you can see, everyone's thoughts. As you can see, there were some people that were up for it, for Black Adam to be the main villain, and some people weren't, really. For me, I'm excited to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as, pretty much as Black Adam for the DC Cinematic Universe. As, you know, obviously, agent of Hydra, and he's a fan. I'm a fan too, especially if you're a wrestling fan from back in the day, when The Rock was wrestling. But, the thing about it is, for me, I don't know, I wouldn't mind a camo to show a connect movie, and then obviously him and Shazam in Justice League 2, some good connections stuff. But yeah, not as the main villain. I think Agent Hydra's right. It's going to be points from good points from Comics Defender Ellis, aka Elshamelse, and Agent Hydra. But thank you so much for watching. Pretty much ended there as everyone did their long thoughts. Pretty much, if you want to subscribe to everybody's YouTube channels, the links will be in the description, so please subscribe to everyone here. Also, another thing, if you want to follow me on the follow me on Instagram, Elshamelse, please tell everyone where they can find you.
You can follow me on Twitter at Elshamelse. You can follow me on Instagram at ohmyfanos.
Agent Hydra, tell me else they can find you.
Well, you can find me also on Twitter and The Shocker. I have multiple channels, but you can find me on Agent of Hydra. My Twitter is under me at The Shocker85. I also have an Instagram. You can all find that on my channel. I will put the links there as soon as possible.
Okay, Comics Defender, tell them where else they can find you.
You can't find me yet, but you will be able to find me soon with videos on Comics Defender at YouTube's channel.
Alright. Yeah. Okay, BeyerTheMovieNerd, where else can they find you?
You could find me on YouTube on BeyerTheMovieNerd. I have a Facebook page, BeyerTheMovieNerd, yet to make a Twitter, but I soon will probably be BeyerTheMovieNerd. But yeah, you can find me on YouTube, so I have a decent amount of videos there.
Alright. Well, guys, thank you for watching. As usual, if you watch this live, thank you. If you watch this when it's uploaded on my channel, thank you. Support the boys by subscribing to their YouTube channels. The links will be in the description. And follow them, please. And we're out. We'll be back for more videos. The roster, you'll see more new members. And we're out.